Hello guys, this is Mr. Tech, Mr. Wizard's Tech if you want to call me. Now, here's something different. I am going to be showing you guys how to program in Python. Now, the IDE which I'm using is JetBrains PyCharm. Now, PyCharm's a coding editor for Python. See, if I just type in blah 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 blah, it's going to print an error. Okay, there you go. Because Python relies on very, not really strict syntax, but syntax. And if you don't know what syntax is, it's just basically the general programming rules of the language. Pardon me for my stuttered in speech, but I'm kind of not feeling well today. So, I'm going to be showing you guys how to print something so that it appears on here, right here, where the error is, without no error, and showing you guys how to get a user's input. Very basic stuff. So, let's dive into it. Now, what you want to do is you're going to use this print statement. And to show that you have used the right print statement, depending on if you're Mac, Windows, if you're on Mac, it should just glow up in red or orange. If you're in Windows, it should just be like this. Now, I'm going to put it in the center of the screen, but this is the print statement that you want. Now, you could either do this. You could either say print hello, and it would print hello. Okay, never mind. You have to put parentheses around it. That usually works on Mac. You could print hello, and it prints hello. Or you can print hello world, just for the tradition to be carried on. Now, that's a basic print statement. Now, if you want to get technical with your print statements and putting them inside here, I forgot to show you. In here, this is what we call a string. And a string is any little bit of text that is surrounded by quotes. It doesn't even matter if it's a number. I'm not kidding. It doesn't matter if it's a number either. You could put 5 in here, and it should print 5. Okay? Or you could put 5 outside, and it could print 5 again. But the reason why strings are surrounded in quotes, like that, is to not mix them up with variables. And variables we will talk about later, just for a bonus. So variables are like, so if I made a variable like that, the computer says, is not defined. Name error. This is not defined. But if I said, FA equals 5, it still prints 5. Don't ask me why I'm obsessed with the number 5. Okay? I'm not. So, very basic print statement. You can use them in functions. You can basically use them anywhere. Now, the thing that I like about print statements is that you can concatenate, which means link together, a string and a number. Like, if you did something like print oh, my phone. Input, and say, hello, what is your name? Hold up. What is your name? Billy. Billy. Okay. Okay, so we have a lot to learn here. That's actually a pretty fun print statement. Now, you guys are probably saying, wait, you're going too fast for me. You're going too fast for me. In actuality, I'm really not. Here's what I'm basically doing. I'm printing, when you're printing something, you're asking the computer to show it. And when you're asking the computer to show it, it usually shows it right down here in the console. So, after you have printed something, it should print what you're asking it to print. Now that's done and over with. We were going to do inputs. Now, inputs are like this. You can either make them be defined by a variable, and a variable is like this. any text that is not surrounded in quotes that you have assigned to. Like if I say Billy is equal to 5. That's a variable right there. A variable is being equal to something. So something is being assigned to Billy. Okay? But if I said Billy equals 5, that wouldn't work. Because you can't assign a string to a number. It's not how it goes. That's syntax. So when you're trying to assign something, you just say, you could say anything. You say that, and then say that. You say that, and then that. And it will still print, it wouldn't print it because you need to call the print function. Like this. Print FAFF. Now, that's basically variables right there in a nutshell. Now, here is where we go into the inputs. Inputs go like this. You can either do two things for basics. You could either assign it to a string, or you could just print it right out straightforward. I would suggest you assign it to a string because then you can call that string back again and again and again and again and again. So, after you call that string... Oh, sorry. It was a phone call. So, here's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to use myself for an example. Billy equals input. And let's see what I'm going to say. What is your age? Okay? So, what is your age? So, let me see. What is your age? Billy, I'm actually not going to tell my age just for demonstrational purposes, but after you have done that, say print Billy, and then you go like this. What is your age? Let's say, 43. I'm not 43. Okay. Then after that, you could say print. I'm not going to tell you guys how to do this just yet. This is going to be in another video, but print, like, okay, Billy, you are, this is where we get into the cat mating. Billy, and then years old. It should equal that, right? End of statement expected. That is the end of the statement, but this is how basic syntax goes. Oh, shit. I forgot to put my plus sign. Okay? So, what is your age? Okay? 43. Okay, I am not that much. Okay. So, see how it's saying 433 years old with no spaces? Here's what you have to do. You have to space that. You have to space that. So, the next time you say 1,000. There we go. So, basically what we're doing in line 1 is that we're assigning an input to Billy, okay? This N just means new space, okay? That's why you see this. I could enter it here, but it just goes right down there. And this is very good when you're trying to organize your code, because if you didn't have this N, and if you just had this, you wouldn't really get an age because you're a VG, HHC, okay, you get it. But what I'm trying to do here is that I'm assigning the input to Billy. That's why I'm using this input. But when I'm assigning input to Billy, I'm assigning this to input. So anything that's going to be in here is going to be asked to you. So what is your age? What is your age? And then after I get this whole input that is assigned to Billy, myself, I print this. Okay? Then after that, I print another statement that can be called out after the print statement. After this print statement has been printed, I call this out. Okay? Which that's basically what I'm doing here. So, guys, not keep this long. Sorry, it's 10 minutes. I'm a talker. So, here's what we have discussed. We have discussed a simple print statement like this. Like this. We have discussed a simple print statement, okay? And we have discussed an input. So if I just say print input, and say hello, oh shit, hello, it will print the input, so I can type in it. It's not going to print anything because I didn't add anything on the bottom row. Okay? And we have discussed variables. Variables like this. If I can say Jack equals 2, then it will store that. It won't print because you need to print like this. Print Jack. Print Jack 2. Done. So that's basically the print statement, the variables, and the input statement. Thank you guys very much for watching, and stay programming, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Make sure to hit that subscribe button also. Support some comment down below. Bye-bye.